Kia ora team. So, Michael Hunter gets a decision win over Sergey Kuzmin, 117-110 on all the judges' cards. I was looking forward to this fight the most for the weekend, thinking it was going to be the most competitive, and it turned out to not be as competitive as I thought it was going to be. Sergey Kuzmin came in a bit heavy, in my opinion. That could have contributed to him simply not being able to deal with the speed and movement of Michael Hunter. Plus the volume. Hunter took everything away from Kuzmin, and he didn't have the ability to be able to change it up at all throughout the fight. Didn't change the pace, couldn't get to Hunter, didn't change anything, and basically was a big heavy bag for a lot of the fight. Michael Hunter, with his jab, his movement, his angles, realistically it was pretty beautiful to watch. The dude can box, man, and he's going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of guys in the heavyweight division, particularly the guys who are 6'4" and less, in my opinion. I mean, we've seen Hunter take out a couple of big dudes. He took out Alexander Ustinov, who's not easy to take out. He's slow as a wet weekend at the end of his career, but he still manages to get him out of there. So we're going to find out when he starts taking on some of these bigger dudes. He's definitely going somewhere in the heavyweight division. But the fight itself, I gave Sergey Kuzmin round 8, and I gave him round 12. I think he probably did enough to edge the round 12, and I was possibly being a little bit generous with the round 8. Kuzmin had a bit of a flurry at the end of the round and caught Hunter a couple of times. I did notice in the corner after that round, Hasim Rahman says to Michael Hunter, "Is this fight too easy for you? Then stop playing around with him." Because that's what he was doing when he got caught with the good flurry at the end of the round. But the first round was fairly competitive as well, but I still thought Michael Hunter's volume and the amount of times he landed on Kuzmin was enough to edge that round. And up until round 5, it was all Hunter, just with the volume, with the jab, the same thing. He didn't have to change up his game because Kuzmin didn't change a damn thing. But Hunter threw a jab, a right hand, and then caught Kuzmin with a left hook, timed beautifully. Kuzmin was off balance somewhat, but still got tagged enough to put him on his ass for the first time in his professional career. At that stage I thought maybe Hunter would try and step on the gas, but he didn't, and it possibly could have been wise because Kuzmin didn't look like he was actually hurt. Like I said, he was somewhat off balance when he got caught with the left hook, and he did go down, and he did come back and still, high guard up and tried to hunt Hunter down for the rest of the round. But Hunter with that jab and that movement and the angles, same thing. Pretty much put on a boxing clinic for the whole night. I thought Kuzmin may have tried to step on the gas after round 8 when he landed a few punches at the end of the round. But I think, like I said, that weight probably contributed to him not having enough in the tank to cause too much trouble for Michael Hunter as well. So I think Kuzmin is a solid fighter, but I don't think he's ever going to be world championship material. Anybody with a bit of movement and some speed is going to cause him troubles, and when he gets up against the 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guys, he's going to be kept on the end of that jab because he's not fast enough to do anything else. So looking forward to seeing where Michael Hunter goes from here. He's got some regional titles now that'll give him good rankings, and potentially in line for some really big fights. Kuzmin could possibly be a high-level gatekeeper throughout his career, but we'll see where he goes next as well. So was still an interesting fight to watch. So let me know your opinions in the comments below. I'd love to hear what everybody thinks of Michael Hunter after this display, and we can get some conversation going. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. So